everyone, this is a knitting tutorial for my UPLANDS headband. The headband is worked in the round and is double layered. Basically, a long tube is knit and the edges are seamed together. The seam is covered by a decorative knot that's worked the same way in the round. For this project, you're going to need light worsted yarn in 2 colors, circular needles, US size 4, that's 3.5 millimeters. You can also work with double pointed needles, a tapestry needle, a marker, and scissors. You can find all the information in the description box below. Let's begin. Cast on. Cast on 50 stitches with the long tail cast on method or the one you prefer. Joining in the round. Join in the round using the magic loop method. Move the stitches to the center of the cable. Bend the cable in half and pull it for the center of the stitches. Move the stitches so one half is on the front needle and the other on the back needle. Pull out the needle that holds the yarn tail so the stitches rest on the cable. Make sure the stitches are not twisted, place a marker to identify the beginning of a new round, and you can start knitting. Work in stockinette until the headband measures approximately 50 centimeters, that's 19.7 inches long, or until your desired length. I personally like to knit the very first stitch with 2 strands of yarn, so it's a little tighter. This is how the finished band looks. Bind off. To bind off, you're going to knit 2 stitches, and you're going to bring the first stitch over the second one. Knit 1 stitch, you have 2 stitches on your right needle again, so you bring the first stitch over the second one. And you're just going to repeat that till the end of the round. When there is 1 stitch left, cut the yarn and leave a long tail, approximately 80 centimeters or 32 inches. Pull the yarn through that last stitch. Next, you're going to seam the edges of the headband together using the mattress stitch. The seam is going to be covered with the middle part, so don't worry if it's not perfect. Fold the headband and bring the edges closer together. Cast on edge should be above the bind off edge. Thread the yarn from the bind off edge through your needle. Find the first stitch above the cast on edge. Insert the needle underneath that stitch, under both legs of the V, and pull the yarn through. Now find the first stitch under the bind-off edge. Insert the needle through the center of that first stitch and bring it back through the center of the next stitch. And just repeat these steps. You're going to work under the stitch on the top piece and into the centers of the stitches on the bottom piece. This is how the seamed headband looks. The middle part is worked exactly the same way as the headband, it's just smaller. So with the darker yarn, you're going to cast on 24 stitches and knit in the round for 10 centimeters. That's 4 inches. When you're finished, bind off, cut the yarn and leave a long tail. It should be approximately 40 centimeters, that's 16 inches. Assembling the headband. Lay the headband with the seam facing you. Now take the middle part and place it between the layers. Pinch the headband. Now wrap the middle part around the headband. Seam the edges together with the yarn from the bind-off edge, just like you've seamed the headband. Working on a smaller piece may seem tricky, but it gets easier after the first stitches. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video useful. See you in the next videos.